This beginning bit is showing you the different faces that we're going to look at in this video, because they are different faces. Depends which way you look, depends which way they're looking. Anyway, this is a speeded up version of what we're going to look at, and Shanann just changes all the time. Has a different nose, different face, different eyes. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? So this is what this video is going to be about. Just a longer version of this. I'm talking about it because no one's noticing that she's changing all the time. When you first look at this, do you actually recognise the person that you're looking at? I mean, do you actually know who this is? Because when I slow the footage down, all these people appear. So, we're on number 2. I just wonder what everybody else sees. Who do they see? Who do they think this is? Does it look like someone we've been watching lately? Who do you think this is? Does it really... Oh, well, you'll probably know now. But I'm just a bit shocked when I look at footage. It's always when they're panning around, not when they keep it fixed on the face. These other faces appear as they're coming back into shot. See, it's supposed to be that picture there. Maybe it does look like her. To you it might look like her. But I see someone else there. I'm not sure always about that side of the face. Oh yeah. Does that hair look familiar? Again, as the shot comes in, this is what you see. Yes, it turns into her, but there's someone else there as well. Yep. That turned up. I don't know really what that was, but anyway, I should, yeah, go back to this one. And as the camera pans back in, there's kind of someone else there. They've got different eyes. They've got totally different shaped eyes. And there you go. This other person is there as well, in there. Remind you of anybody? And that eye on the other side, as said, just never kind of looks quite right. And then we have this person. Hopefully you're going to watch this video to see how many times she changes. So we have this person now. Oh, no, we have that person. We have that person. As they're sort of morphing around. Wasn't expecting to see all this in a crime case that we're watching now still. And what I noticed was the person that's in the middle has a different nose. They have a bulb. It just catches it. I hope you can see that. Just play this again. Even slow it down again. You'll just catch the bulby nose. But then there's that person. Right, we're back to that one now. Oh, did you see that? As they flip across, their nose changes. It just does. You can slow it down. You can say it's just the glitching of the video, but they do have a different nose, that person underneath. And considering what they're supposed to look like on the main video, they change rather a lot. I mean, she looks more like someone else now, doesn't she? Just that lighting thing just does something to them. Can change, like, there you go. See? That is someone else. That's someone else there. But actually, there's the real person. There's the real person. Just that slight changes of whatever they do can bring it through as someone else, looking like someone else. But they need a few people to do what they're doing, because it's not just one person. You can see that, can't you? How many times the face changes. Okay, we're back to that one. Got a slight crooked nose. Who's that then? Does that really look like Shanann? They're just stuck in there. Oh, but when they do their thing to it, it moulds into this person. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, if they really wanted to cover her identity up, why not just blur her face out from the beginning? Even if it was just her eyes, eyes and nose, so we couldn't see. But, you see, she was selling fry back to front. If she's selling, why is she back to front? Now, there's this person. Oh no, there's that person. They've got different shaped, oh, they're just, and now we're back to that person. This was a bit weird, actually. I didn't mean like I was looking for something else and actually I chopped the top off, but again, does that look, if I'd put that bit of video up right now and I didn't tell you who it was, would you know who that was? But it's this bit. Oh, I just wish I'd filmed a bit more. I've cut this down to just, I was more interested in what was happening around the nose. And now I've cut some of the face off, but that doesn't look very nice, does it? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. That's supposed to be Shanann. And I'm going to just show you, there you go, that's where it stopped. I mean, does that really look like Shanann either? I don't know. Who else can see that this person keeps changing? Do you see Shanann? At this precise moment, do you see Shanann? Now it morphs back into this other person. But you see, the original one's nose almost turns up because you can see it on the screen. If her nose went down like Shanann's did, you wouldn't see her nose. So that person there has a different nose. That one does. Off screen as they're panning around. And then when they do come into screen, oh, it's going down. But you just saw that person's kind of nose going up. So it can't do two things at once. I mean, if I just showed you that, would you know that this was Shanann? Would you? Really? Now this is another one now, sort of, as well. Because they've got a bulby nose. Just for a split second you see it. There. There's a bulb on the end of their nose. There, but it's there and not there and there and not there all in one. Because you have to slow it. This is really slowed down. And aren't right. You can see there's another nose in there. There. I mean, why? If the light's shining on that and she's got a straight nose, then the light would be straight, wouldn't it? And it's not. I can't make it any clearer than that because they're never very clear anyway, the videos. Oh, but we're back to this one now. I mean, again, if I didn't tell you who it was, would you know who that was? And then just every now and again, the other person underneath is there. Oh, this bit was a bit, if this is coming the right bit, I was a bit, whoa. It's coming. Oh, we're just doing the nose bit still. There's no way, if that person's nose was straight, that it would do a shadow like that. Just think of someone who's, you know, people who are on YouTube doing live streams with noses like that. Do you see how much she's changing? I mean, she's supposed to be in her early 30s, well, some points, and you can say it's the video, but is it? Because why is it showing the shining on her nose if it's the video? Yes, it's not 100% clear. But you can see that person's got a bulb, and then that person's got a different nose. Their nose goes up. Whoa. I mean, how many people are created in this? I just, 2, 3, 4? I just don't know. If I actually took out the shots of Shanann, would you know who this person was? And then I had started to see someone else. I've lost count now of how many people I've seen. But there's no, that person has that nose. So I thought she had a completely different nose. Oh, are we going back to her? Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. I'm not doing anything other than showing you what they're showing us. Why didn't they mask her properly? Why would they have to do all these things? I think there's someone else there now because of the cheeks. Oh no, back to the one with the nose, aren't we? Yeah. The one that's... There is a nose there. And then the nose changes again. It goes in and out because it's morphing with different people or different things. I don't know what's going on. That person has a different nose. It just do. You can see one of them, their nose turns up a bit and one's got a bulb and one's flat. And what is going on? All in the same shot and you're not noticing it. See? The person's changing. Right in front of you. And you're not noticing. I've had some really, really nasty comments. This is not my fault. Just showing you that something's not right. Why not just blur the whole thing properly? Why would they want to do this to someone? Don't question me, question them. I can't believe that they'd want or let them do this to their daughter, to be honest. Surely people can see that she's changing all the time. All the time. All the time. I'm doing absolutely nothing except slowing it down and blowing it up. Any shakiness, blurriness, or whatever it is in there on purpose. Oh, and then that person turned up! That person turned up! Do you see what I mean? That's a different person again. There's that one. And that one. Just for about 2 seconds. A second, they're there. You zoom out. There you go. In that face. But you can see, I showed you, it was just there. That is a different person. And as you can see it so clearly on here, I don't know how they're doing that. Can you see? As you can see it so clearly a different person, nobody's noticing how many times they're changing. Oh, we're back to that one now. Oh, in a millionth of a second, it will change back. Now we're back to that one. This is all the same footage. What I mean is, this is a continuation and it's about 2 minutes long, and this is the amount of times that she changes. I mean, now does that really look like Shanann? Really? There's the other one. And that one. And you haven't noticed the change. I even think sometimes that what it is you think it's a continuous film, and it isn't. It's lots of little films put together, because I thought, oh, in the kitchen they've changed again. I'm just showing you where it is in the footage, but I've just showed you, and you can see that they're different people, but it's the same footage. So they must be chopping it. I just don't know what this is. Why not just have one blur? Why want to do this? No one even noticing how much she's changed. That's got a different nose. That person's got a different nose. It just comes through, usually when they're panning around or they're moving around. It's just shocked me beyond belief that there can be so many people in one video, but you all think it's one person. We all think it's one person. Just to show you the piece of footage that it's from. Well, we're back to that one now. And then when that light catches them, it does that, but that shouldn't happen to her face. I mean, what is that? Please, what is that? I've got this feeling that the one on the right is part of it, and then on the one on the left's another. So if they turn left, they're going to be one of the faces more, and if they turn the other way, they're going to be more like the other face, because that's how it works when they're putting faces together. Because they have to have done, because you can see that that person now is totally different to the one that was just looking at you. You can see it. They keep changing. Oh, who's that now? And then I wasn't sure whether this is another person. What I mean is there's a part that's got to be what they're using, and then it doesn't really matter who plays them. It doesn't matter who, because no one's noticing the subtle changes. No one's noticing it. No one's seeing these differences. No one's noticing them. Nobody's noticing all the differences. No one's noticing them at all. Even in front of you, it's all changing. And nobody's noticing the difference. I mean, who's that? I'm sorry, Shanann can't change like that. It's just when she's going off like that and she starts to come back, then all these things happen. And then, I don't know if anybody else can notice this, but her eyes are different colours. The one on the right just doesn't match at all the one on the left. It's just not the same colour as the one on the left. It's kind of browny, whereas the other one's kind of bluey. Does everybody see that? And if you look, the eye keeps sort of changing. All I've slowed down is about 1 second, 1.5 seconds. Anyway, I hope everybody understands that what they're doing it, not me. I'm just showing you what they're showing you. Is not right. If these people really were here and this really happened and all that, why are they doing all this stuff to them? I don't understand.